Hi, welcome to lecture number 28. In this lecture we will be solving a problem. The problem is that in a company there are deductions from the salary of the employees for a fund. So these are the three rules. If salary is less than 10,000, no deduction. If it is more than 10,000 and less than 20,000, then deduct rupees 1,000. And if the salary is equal to or more than 20,000, then deduct 7% of the salary for fund. So these three are the rules. Now to solve this problem, we of course could use if-else statements, but as we have already discussed that if statements are one of the most expensive statements in a whole programming, because the processor has to go again and again to check for certain conditions. Instead we will be using the structure of different kind of a structure. And if you remember, that was a switch structure we had discussed. So in switch structure, to use switch structure before, we need to declare the variables. So there are three variables involved. One is of course salary. The salary could be anything in a whole number, so it is salary. The second one is deduction and payable, because deduction could also be 7%, so it could be it could be a real number, so I am calling it float. Discount and payable. Now thirdly, I have to ask for salary from the user, so I am prompting the user enter the salary. Okay, so that should be stored in the variable salary. Okay, we are done here. Now we'll be using switch structure, but remember, for switch structure we use the variable which has a singular value, which is a single value, and that single value will be checked against the cases. So how to find the single value which encapsulates all of these conditions? So here we'll be using a simple trick of C programming division, which truncates the decimal part. So for example, if the salary is less than 10,000 and we divide it by 10,000, so what happens is that the result will be less than 1, and it will be somehow 0 point something. So it will truncate and the C will generate the result 0. So if the result is 0, it means we are talking about the salaries which are less than 10,000. Okay, secondly, if the salary is 10,000, so the result will be 1. 10,000 divided by 10,000 is 1. Or if the salary is less than 20,000, again the result will be greater than 1 and less than 2, which means 1 point something, and that will truncate and will become 1. And thirdly, if the result is 20,000, so the result will be 2. The result will be 2. Or if it is more than 20,000, so it will be greater than 2, which means the result is not 0 or 1, it is 2 or greater than 2. It could be 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, depending on how larger it is than 20,000. So these three are the cases with us. So this is the logic, that whatever the salary is, we have to divide it by 10,000 and look at the output value. So the logic is that salary divided by 10,000 will generate a single value, and we have to check against that single value. So the first case is that the value will be 0. If the value is 0, so discount is 0, and payable is equal to salary minus discount, and output output payable because it is a value. It is not a character string, so we don't have to encode it in double string. We don't have to encapsulate it in quotation mark. Okay, done. This is for case 0. But remember, we have already discussed the role of break here. We should also write break statement in front of each case statement. The another case is of course 1. So if it is 1, so it means discount is 1000. Discount is equal to 1000, and then these three variables are same. If I write it and paste it and correct the indentation, so it will work the same way. Now the other case is other than 0 or 1, so it could be 2, 3, 4 depending on how large the salary is than 20,000. So we don't use any case, because if we use the case 2, so if the salary is 30,000, so 30,000 divided by 10,000, if the salary is 30,000, so the 30,000 divided by 10,000 will generate the answer 3, and there will be no case for that. So instead of explicitly saying case 2 or case 3 or case 4, we will use the value of default. So anything other than 0 or 1 means the salary is either 20,000 or greater than 20,000, because the value will be 2 or greater than 2. So the discount will become salary static 7% of the salary, which is 0.7. Remember, we could use 0.7 or we could use 7.0 divided by 100, but not 7 divided by 100. Remember this, I have already talked about this, that why it happens, because if I use 7 divided by 100, so it will result in 0.7, and 0.7 will get truncated and it will result 0. So discount will become 0. No, we don't want that. We want the result of 0.7. Either explicitly write 0.7 or write 7.0, because it will make the whole answer to be real number and it will not truncate the result. This has been explained in the previous videos, of course. So now payable is equal to salary minus discount. Okay, here I had to, okay, I forgot the semicolon. Okay, now everything is right. Cout is payable, and then there is no need for a break here, because it will definitely get out of the loop after that, and this is the last statement, so there is no need for a break after that. I think so we are done here. Everything is right. I have saved it with the name of switch salary. If I compile it or press F9, okay, discount, okay, what is the problem here? Oh, it is discount, not decount. There was a typo. Okay, everything is right. Go to the command prompt, ask for switch salary, enter the salary. If I enter 9,000, okay, no discount. Okay, if I enter 10,000, the discount is 1,000. Perfect. If I enter 20,000, so the discount on 20,000, wow, the discount is about 14,000. How? Okay, it is 70%. Oh, the discount is not 70%, it is 7%, so it is 0.07, because 7.0 divided by 100 will generate 0.07, not 0.7. 70 divided by 100 will generate 0.7. Okay, that was again a typo, so we have to execute it, compile it again, and look for the condition of 20,000. Okay, so now it is not 70,000, instead the discount is only 7%. Okay, if I change it to this 7.0 divided by 100, so let's see what happens. The result must be same. if I again write 20,000, oh yes, the result is same. Perfect. Now we are clear what is happening here.